A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Johnson goes in motion left. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Open man is Uzama. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Third and short yardage. Cousins. Hard throw. Incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here comes Berrios. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all total. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. We're scoreless after 1. 1st and 10 at the 11. Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 3rd down, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Well, the Vikings had 8-3 now. Well, they were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Cousins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Wilson. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations? In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
This is taken around the 12. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing, Cousins. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
3rd and long for Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hall want to give up the middle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing is Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls falls incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up the deficit.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now Hall to start the drive. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll run with Hall into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the criticism is that he opened through his man, but you got to give him credit. He also didn't risk an interception with that type of a throw. Because of that, they saw a chance to put some points on the board.
Wilson on the keeper. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They tried to sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
To win any route, you got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Yeah, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
On third down, Wilson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Johnson goes in motion left. Wilson. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, it's Cook again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Cousins now. Throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Berrios. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second and 9, Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Wilson and more there for a Jets first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more.
Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Jets touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Vikings 5. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Nuwanger now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Able to find Thielen, and they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on 2nd down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Cousins. That's complete. It's Cook. Room here to run. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Jets 24, Vikings 12. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations.
Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yep, part of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2 inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Now Cousins. This one into the hands of Thielen. And he's across for the touchdown. It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Well, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. And I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
Fair catch made. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Here's Hall again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side.